could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
Boy, I hope we see a few more of those.
Coach Budenholzer still in his early 40s and led the Hawks to a scrappy performance in last year's playoffs.
I was very impressed with the job he did
too.
as the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks in his first season. They were forced to go small with the injuries along their front line, so he went with the spread out, small ball style of play, great spacing, movement offensively, and really was effective with it as they pushed the Pacers to the brink in that first round playoff series. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And that one's good. Parker.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Teague. He's got 11. Kicks to Korver. Shoots the three. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists tonight.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He thinks there are opportunities for second-chance points out there and implored them to go hard to the offensive glass for the remainder of this game. He talked also about getting the ball to their big men in the low post. That's where the ball should be going, he said. Let's get it in tight. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Here is Korver. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. To tie. Offensive rebound. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Tim Duncan.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time. And I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor. And his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Leonard with the steal. Parker with it. Picked up by Teague. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there for Parker.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
Here is Korver. 6 points for him. And it's slammed in by Teague. He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes. Clark.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Here's Green following the bucket by the Hawks. Leonard attacking, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together, and they'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
Here's Teague. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Parker outside. Feeds it to Diaw. Shot clock at 6. Leonard kicks to Green. That 3 off the mark. Hawks have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. That's good. And that's 17 points for Teague.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Oh, here's Parker. 14 points for him. That drops. Parker's got 8 here in the quarter.
Terrific finish to get this game all knotted up. He is just a force when he gets inside.
Horford sets a screen for Teague. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Here's Parker. 16 points for him. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dish to Diaw. Passes it to Duncan. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Duncan's got the game tied up here for San Antonio. Now here's Teague. 19 points in the game. The three. Can't get it to go. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly. Just set up that alley-oop.
Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Splitter, and it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward who's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
Here is Splitter. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Ginobili, here we go. 3 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Splitter, that's good.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Picked by Horford. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Horford dishes to Schroeder. Off target from outside. San Antonio leading. Here's Mills. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
The shot quality's very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Oh, the way they're converting on seemingly every shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see their field goal percentage just keep going up.
Schroeder, and good. He nails it.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Here's Baines. Splitter kicks to Mills. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Atlanta calls timeout. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
And the dunk by Horford. And at Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, what's that, 7 lead changes already here? So it's a great matchup, guys. 2 competitive teams going at it.
Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. They set the pick. Here's Ginobili. Rebounded by Sefolosha.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And it's slammed in by Millsap. This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is on it.
Well, you know what, Kevin?
disgusting.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by San Antonio. Picked by Horford. Cephalosha passes to Horford, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. The feed now to Bellinelli. Screen by Duncan. In the corner, it's Ginobili. The pass to Bellinelli. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 2. I think, Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, both teams really competing. Neither side giving any ground. This should be a fun finish. I agree with you, Jeff.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Floats a runner. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Atlanta making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Korver in for Kent Bazemore. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Spurs trail by 3. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. Parker outside. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Leonard with the block. And they'll keep possession. Horford kicks to Carroll. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. Now here's Parker. No good again that time. Ginobili against Teague. He dishes it to Korver from past the arc. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And now it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
And another 3-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
And Parker, here we go. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Into Al Horford, and down it goes. Dunked through on a wonderful assist. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess. Huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
And he knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
Here is Splitter. Parker with no one around. And another basket for San Antonio.
It's a good thing he showed up today because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Teague against Parker. 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Teague dishes to Horford. He used that pick to get in close. Horford's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Ginobili gets a wide open look. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
And so they foul intentionally. Atlanta's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. A nice shot by Teague.
Every point they get now puts them one step closer to the W.
If they're not there already, Steve, just a tremendous all-around game of basketball they play.
Now here's Parker. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, he didn't quit on the play. He defended the shot, contested it, and then got back straight to the glass.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. The lead pushed to double digits. And the Hawks lead by 11.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sound.
Now here's Ginobili. Not a lot of room. That's good.
I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.